Well, this came practically out of nowhere. In fact, I thought Ryukishi07 was working on Sekonia no Naku Koroni, which is somehow related to Umineko. Sekonia's episode 1 is also set to release only 1 month before Kaleidoscope of Phantasm Prison will, which isn't too far apart at all. I suppose it's because Ryukishi07 isn't one-manning this like his other projects, but still. You all probably know about Ryukishi07 in some fashion, and if the name doesn't sound familiar to you, his 2 big sound novels, Higurashi and Umineko, should. Higurashi especially, since that exploded into a huge big anime series, manga, whatever you name it. For those who have never heard of either one of them, basically Ryukishi07 specializes in making tragic murder mystery sound novels with horror elements, where people generally go insane in some way, and is most well known for the crazy faces his seemingly innocent characters have. His stories usually have pretty exciting and crazy plots amidst all the murders and people going insane. With that background out of the way, let's return to the visual novel in question, Gensou Rougoku no Kaleidoscope, or Kaleidoscope of Phantasm Prison in English. Written by Higurashi and Umineko creator Ryukishi07, with character designs by Hinoue Itaru, famous for being the character designer of Key's major works like Clannad, Little Buster's Air, and so on. What this means for us is that we're gonna get to watch the cute, lovable Clannad characters get mentally tortured to the point of going crazy. Yay! I waited until now to talk about this one due to the official site finally getting released, so we have more information now. That said, it removed the original teaser, which I thought was pretty cool, so I'm gonna hop into old Wayback Machine to check that out first. The teaser here is 1 page, but it's well, at first it's a seemingly uninteresting page. We got the title of the game, Gensou Rougoku no Kaleidoscope, and we have the 4 lovely girls that seem to be our heroines. Hinoue Itaru's art looking like her usual overly innocent looking teenagers. All 4 of them are wearing school uniforms all across the board, with the blonde one looking a little too much like Komari from Little Busters. They're practically identical, from the sweater they wear over the uniform, to the ribbon they have on top over there, to the, the hairstyle they have. This has to be on purpose. On the left hand it says Onnanoko wa Mangekyo, which translates literally to girls kaleidoscope. I have really no idea what that means. And over here we have the tag that says, the master of tragedy crosses with the traditional Bishoujo game, a girl's mental suspense, in katakana, so seems to be coming out on PS4, PS Vita, and everyone's favorite family-friendly Switch console, joining the likes of Secret Game Killer Queen. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that came out for the Switch. We also get the first opening reveal here, which I'm gonna quickly fast forward because it's boring, generic, and I'm getting cross-channel flashbacks. Like, wow, are you looking at this right now? It's not interesting at all. It's very generic, and the opening song isn't even that good in my opinion. I don't like it, at least. Literally, if I was thinking of a school rom-com that I had 0 interest in, I will use this opening. Yeah, not for me at all. None. Before we get on to the actual official site, we can click on this card here to reveal the good old Ryukishi07 flair that we've come to actually expect. All the girls now looking like we showed them all the Clannad 18+ NTR dojins on the market, and are now scarred for life, looking more like they plan on murdering the main character than themselves with the collars on their neck, and the background turned to some sort of metal prison with a restraining chair in the back. Honestly, if this part didn't show up, I don't think I would have any semblance of interest in the game, because that opening, which has been ominously labeled first opening, looks boring enough to put me to sleep. Alright, enough staring at these faces, let's get back to the present with the official site, which should reveal more information about the upcoming game. All looks about the same at first. Some interesting new information is the reveal of the grand opening song, I'm a Great Pretender. As in the title of it, not actually there, so which I have to assume will be the actual main opening that I'll play once you get past the BS School Prologue, which should play that happy first fake generic opening we saw just now. The release date is set to be November 28th, which is only 3 months from now. As for the English release, who knows? Since Ryukishi07 is at the helm, I'm assuming an English release will eventually come out. We also get character bios, which has their names, birthday, likes, dislikes, and there are 3 sizes for whatever reason. For the character bios, I'm just gonna roughly sum up each character's main traits that are revealed here. Our main characters for the story outside of our player character are Gojo Fuka, a fluffy, easygoing honor student with the air of a grown-up. Good at studying, trusted by the teacher, all that honor student stuff. She also likes to collect perfume. All of that was kinda generic, to be honest. That said, thanks to my laziness, we actually now have access to some standing poses and sample voices. The first 4 are normal enough. What's interesting is the last 2, however. The first one is the despair look we saw in the original teaser, and the last one is what caught my attention though. The look on his face is absolutely vicious, and I really dig it. It shows that these girls aren't just going to be victims, they are 100% going to be perpetrators as well, and will probably all have this hidden, horrible side to them that we're going to see in full force. Makes all the initial descriptions I'm going to be reading here, and the ones we're going to see in the prologue of the game, masks they wear. Unfortunately, the others haven't been released yet, so we're only going to see Gojo Fuka for now. Here are some of the voice lines.
みんなで知恵を出し合って考えよう。とにかくここから出る方法を考えなくちゃ。いいからとっとと無罪って言って私を解放しろっつってんだよ。
Next up, we have Tamaru Karin, who gets into fights with the boys, can't tolerate injustice, and the most important fact, loves the Kamen Kendo series, which is 100% a parody of the Kamen Rider series, which already puts her in first place in my mind. Although I will say, usually these justice-loving characters are the first to snap and end up killing everybody in the name of justice or whatever in these sort of games. After that, we got the Komari clone, Yuasa Mina, who is trying her best to be the cutest dang thing forever, I assume, with her likes being fluffy things, the bio reads her out to be like the mood maker of the group, essentially a bit of a klutz, and that everyone treats nicely like a small animal. Her treasure is the Magic Girl Transforming Stick. Probably a good bludgeoning tool. Special note for the stray cat here, Kuchan, who looks over the 4 girls. As to how ominous that statement sounds, you decide. Finally, we got Hanabusa Doremi, who is stacked, considering that these 4 are supposed to be second-year high school students. She looks like the quiet beauty, but is actually quite the disappointing and clumsy girl, contrary to her image. It might be because I know what happened in Higurashi, but all I can see while reading this is all the ways these girls are gonna go off the deep end with their personality traits. Let's finally take a look at the last bit of information revealed with the story outline. I won't directly translate everything here, but we'll summarize each of the sections. We start off with a tagline that says, "Everyone will die, 3 will live." The test to decide the fate of the 4 girls. All 4 girls wake up in a horrible room with iron collars clasped around their necks, attached by chains. From the ceiling dangles a cage where a boy with white clothes is encaged. Instinctively they know, he too is a prisoner. This reveals that, yeah, there is a player character, and that boy is probably who we're going to be playing as. As soon as one person brings up the idea of looking for a way out, an ominous voice answers them. "I will tell you how. I have prepared 2 fates for you. The first, everyone in this room dies. The other, only 3 girls are saved. This is a test to decide the fate of you 4 girls. If the time limit is reached, everyone in this room will die." And that's the setting of our game. The beginning part shown with the first opening is probably not a bait and switch like what was done with Cross Channel's initial marketing. Rather, it most likely serves as a way of first endearing the player to these characters, getting them to like them, making the ensuing madness that much more painful emotionally. Pretty much what was done in Higurashi. I think that Hinoue Itaru's character design heavily contributes to this factor, since we're already used to her design being used for key games normally. What separates this game from Higurashi, however, is the situation these characters are in. This time around, the characters are trapped in the death game, and the rules of the game as explained to us here show that we play a much more direct role over the outcome this time around. The rules of this death game is that supposedly the time limit is 5 minutes. The boy is given 4 cards to hand out to the girls, 2 judgment cards, 1 clown card, and 1 death row prisoner card. My assumption from the get-go is that the 2 girls selected for judgment are given the go to murder the girl holding the prisoner card, while the girl selected as a clown will have the freedom to decide what she wants to do. Will this be the only choice system in the game? And if so, how many times will the main character repeat the game? Until there's only 1 girl left, or what? It's tough to say. It's also tough to think where the story plans on going after the death game. Judging by the author's previous works, I'm gonna guess that you're gonna probably be repeating this game through all the different options, going back and forth. And this probably means that this is gonna be Ryukishi07's first product, where it's a visual novel with choices rather than a sound novel. Overall, I gotta say, it looks interesting enough. Admittingly, it's not up my alley. I'm not the biggest fan of horror tragedies involving teenagers, which probably is a genre in visual novels at this point. It's why I didn't play something like Corpse Party. Even Higurashi, I've only kind of dabbled into like the first part of it. The rest of it I experienced through other mediums. Feels like if you did like the 2 games I just mentioned, this one will probably be right up your alley. Honestly, death games and visual novels ain't exactly a scarce genre. The Zero Escape series, Danganronpa, Secret Game Killer Queen, Euphoria, Corpse Party are all about that sort of thing. Makes sense though, it's a situation that easily leads to the degradation of humanity, watching friends turn on friends, and all those fun sorts of things. With Ryukishi07 helming this game, I think at the very least we'll get quite the convoluted and deep story out of the game, and hopefully an ending that won't leave me clinically depressed by the end. Solely because of him, I might check it out when it comes out. We'll see. I'm a pretty big wimp when it comes to horror games. I'm curious to know if anyone else is excited for this one. Whether this death situation is something you're looking forward to, or is Ryukishi running into a bit of a tired genre? So feel free to tell me down below. Like, subscribe, and notification buttons are there as always if you enjoyed and want to see more of this kind of content. My Twitter will also be on the side of the screen if you want to throw suggestions for things for me to look at, or just want to see what I'm up to in between videos. So this is gonna sound a bit lame, but the reason why this video took a little bit longer was because every time I saw their face, I was like, oh man, I don't want to look at this face for another 10 minutes. Yeah, anyways, I'll see you next time. Laters!